The Labor Department says about 1 in 10 people works a non-traditional schedule, including millions who now telecommute. Well, keeping up with all those virtual employees is a challenge for businesses. And joining us now is business coach Janine Schindler of JAS Coaching and Training. Welcome.
Good morning.
And good morning. So for many people today, work is a state of mind, not a place to go. And you have some tips for some of their managers. So we're going to run through those first, and then I'll have you talk about those one by one. How about that? So your first one is certainly that the rules about email, for sure. Secondly, chains of communication. 3, what you cannot see. 4, agreements and boundaries. And 5, people are virtual, feelings are real. I definitely want to hear about that one, but let's start with email first.
Well, when you get an email, there's a mystery as to whether it's actually arrived. So a good policy is to always acknowledge the receipt of an email and then acknowledge what you're going to do with that email. And realize that sometimes you truly need that phone call.
Yeah, you have to follow up if you're just not. So certainly you don't want someone hanging on the other line waiting for you, which is the next point about communication.
Communication is the crux of this issue. No matter where you are, virtual or not, communication is what's truly needed. But when it's virtual, you can't see if someone's hanging outside your office and needs your attention. So to over-communicate and be clear about your communication, understand what's needed, be honest and be straightforward, and don't hesitate to communicate more than you might necessarily think you need to.
And that also follows with the idea that you have to point out what you can't see.
Sure. When you're virtual, you can't see the fact that there's teams that are happening around the world virtually that you're hooked up with. So you might need to have group conference calls, group emails, chat rooms, shared project plans, shared calendars to truly see what's going on so that you don't take it personal and you're up to date with what's going on.
And with that, you have to have some set agreements with your employees and also some boundaries, right?
Absolutely. You know, trust is the key component here. And trust is built by establishing the ground rules of boundaries, expectations, and absolutely doing what you say you will do and really managing those expectations and following through.
Especially because you don't have that FaceTime and that personal interaction.
Sure, a person can't see what else might be happening, that your computer might be locked up for days. You need to really get out there and let people know what's going on and take the ownership of that.
And quickly, let's get to the last point. People are virtual, feelings are real. What does that mean?
Just because a person is not sitting in your space doesn't mean you shouldn't take the time to check in with them to see what's happening in their life and how they're doing. And if they've gone above and beyond the call of duty, certainly acknowledge them for that extra effort. You would have done it if the person was sitting there, so do it if they're virtual as well.
Okay, thanks so much, Janine Schindler of JAS Coaching and Training. We appreciate your time. And you can get the latest business news anytime at our website, Moneyscope.com.